A lot of dog owners constantly worry if they are feeding their best friend the right food, especially when you feel anxious that their daily kibble might be the secret cause behind their relentless scratching, sudden upset stomach, or low energy. The problem is that many of us think grain-free is the healthiest choice because gluten-free diets are so popular for humans. But human dietary trends do not apply to canine biology. Dogs have actually evolved alongside us to digest grains, and projecting our human diet culture onto them is actually putting their health at severe risk. We are breaking down the unseen risks of the grain-free trend today, and make sure to stick around for number 10, which reveals a silent, fatal condition linked to these foods that every dog owner needs to know about before their next vet visit. Let's see what is really in the bowl. Number 1. The legume substitution. Let's start with what holds those grain-free kibbles together: peas, lentils, and chickpeas. When pet food companies remove grains, they must use alternative binders to keep the kibble from crumbling into dust. They heavily rely on these legumes, which biologically interfere with your dog's natural ability to synthesize crucial amino acids in their gut. The fix is simple. Check your dog's food bag right now. Stop feeding them kibble where peas or lentils are listed anywhere in the top 3 ingredients unless explicitly prescribed by a veterinary nutritionist. Removing these excessive legumes directly protects your dog's amino acid absorption, ensuring fundamental cellular health and proper, strong muscle function for all those gains of fetch. Number 2. The potato overload. You often see sweet potatoes and white potatoes heavily marketed on the front of grain-free bags. Are they healthy? Well, they are used as cheap carbohydrate fillers in the absolute absence of grains. And these potatoes cause rapid, unnatural spikes in canine blood sugar, completely ignoring their evolutionary need for slow-burning, complex carbohydrates. The solution is to swap those heavy potato kibbles for balanced, traditional diets containing wholesome, complex grains like brown rice, barley, or oats. Making this change stabilizes your dog's daily energy levels and actively prevents canine obesity, keeping their joints safe from excess weight so they can run and play comfortably well into their senior years. Number 3. Unseen taurine depletion. The specific formulation of grain-free diets, which rely heavily on plant binders, actively blocks the absorption of taurine. This is a nutrient absolutely vital for cardiac function that dogs normally process easily from their meals. If you absolutely must feed a grain-free kibble due to a diagnosed medical issue, speak to your vet immediately about adding a taurine supplement to their routine. This step directly fortifies your dog's heart muscle, ensuring safety against diet-induced cardiac weakness so they can keep up on your walks. Number 4. The exotic protein trap. Boutique grain-free diets often use novel proteins like kangaroo, boar, or alligator to seem premium. However, evolutionary, these exotic meats have a low biological bioavailability for the average domestic dog compared to standard poultry or beef, quietly leading to a silent, subliminal malnutrition. Your dog is eating, but their body is not truly capturing the necessary nutrients. Stick traditional, easily digestible proteins like chicken, beef, or lamb unless your dog has a strict, vet-diagnosed meat allergy. This ensures maximum nutrient absorption, eliminating silent digestive stress and building trust through comfortable, pain-free digestion. Number 5. Gastrointestinal distress. We all dread seeing our dogs struggle with an upset stomach. If your dog suffers from random diarrhea or stubborn constipation, those missing grains might be the exact cause. Whole grains provide essential soluble and insoluble fibers that grain-free alternatives entirely lack. Without these specific fibers acting as a natural sweep for their intestines, the canine gut microbiome becomes severely disrupted and painfully inflamed. We introduce grain-inclusive foods slowly over a to week period to allow their sensitive digestive tract to safely rebuild its healthy flora. This completely eliminates messy, unpredictable stomach upsets and builds a robust canine immune system from the inside out, keeping their tummy happy and your mind at ease. Number 6. The mistake-nosed allergy myth. We often switch to grain-free food because we see our dog constantly scratching their ears, assuming it must be the wheat. But scientifically, true grain allergies are incredibly rare, affecting under 1% of dogs. Biological data overwhelmingly shows that when a dog reacts to their food, they are almost always allergic to the protein source, like chicken or dairy, rather than the grain. Stop blindly eliminating grains and instead partner with your vet to conduct a proper protein elimination diet. This targeted approach prevents dangerous, unnecessary dietary restrictions and ensures your dog's meals remain nutritionally whole and deeply satisfying. Number 7. Small batch boutique brand formulations. It is tempting to buy that gorgeous bag of grain-free kibble covered in illustrations of wolves, especially when we want to spoil our best friends. The hidden danger is that many of these trendy brands are created by marketers, not scientists. They often lack a board-certified veterinary nutritionist on staff. This results in a diet that meets basic daily calorie counts but severely lacks the balance, life-sustaining micronutrients your dog needs to thrive. The safest move is to only purchase food from brands that strictly adhere to WSAVA guidelines and conduct extensive feeding trials. This simple choice guarantees your dog is eating a scientifically proven, safe meal, completely removing the stressful guesswork from your daily feeding routine. Number 8. The phytic acid blockade. Because grain-free foods need an alternative binder to hold the kibble pieces together, they use a massive concentration of beans and peas. The problem is that these specific legumes contain phytic acid, which acts as an anti-nutrient. This biological compound actively binds to essential minerals like zinc and iron right in the dog's stomach, chemically preventing those crucial nutrients from ever being absorbed into their bloodstream. The fix is to transition back to a grain-inclusive diet where the carbohydrate sources do not actively strip essential minerals from your dog's body. Making this switch ensures optimal oxygen transport in their blood, physically showcasing your dog's true vitality through a shiny coat and perfectly healthy skin. Number 9. Lethargy and poor stamina. You might notice your normally bouncy pup dragging their paws halfway through their favorite walk or losing interest in fetch. Active dogs require the sustained glycogen release provided by complex grains. Grain-free alternatives metabolize incorrectly during high activity. They fail to replenish those vital muscle stores, leaving your dog physically exhausted when they should be thriving. To fix this energy crash, feed your active, playful dog a diet rich in healthy grains to properly fuel their muscle recovery after trips to the park. This restores their natural vitality and playfulness, directly enhancing the quality of your shared adventures. Number 10. Nutritional dilated cardiomyopathy. This is the silent condition every dog owner needs to know about right now. The FDA has identified a direct biological link between grain-free diets, specifically those high in legumes and potatoes, and the development of DCN. This is a devastating, fatal enlarging of the canine heart that destroys its ability to pump blood effectively. If your dog has been eating a grain-free diet, please schedule an echocardiogram with your vet. Immediately unsafely transition them to a grain-inclusive diet today. Taking this specific action literally saves your dog's life, preventing sudden heart failure and securing their safety. Finally, I want you to take a deep breath. You are absolutely not a bad owner for falling for the clever marketing of grain-free foods. You were simply trying to provide the absolute highest level of care for your animal. and the pet food industry intentionally blurred the lines between human dietary trends and actual canine health. By stepping away from the grain-free fad and applying these science-backed dietary corrections, you are making a proactive, biologically sound choice. Feeding them a balanced, grain-inclusive diet guarantees their long-term health. It cements your role not just as a loving provider, but as their ultimate protector. In the end, nothing matters more than ensuring a definitively strong, healthy, and unbreakable bond with the dog